We begin with the Bay Area reeling from a weekend of violence. We have team coverage for you. Let's start with KPIX 5's Len Ramirez live in Gilroy, where many festival goers still don't have their cars and personal belongings back. Len?
Yeah, that's right. That's because the festival grounds are still a crime scene and still access is restricted, as you can see, especially on the north side of the festival grounds, also known as the ranch side. So people still cannot get their personal property they had to leave behind when the shooting started. That, plus 2 more shootings over the weekend, has only added to the survivors' stress.
Just want to verify I could get my car today. Where should I go? And they go, oh, you need to go to gate 2. So I go around to where
Cecilia Rain says she got the runaround today trying to retrieve her car from a Garlic Festival parking lot. She didn't get the car, but she got a major case of stress.
It's weird. It feels like this hasn't really ended.
We met her at the Victim Assistance Center being set up at the Wheeler Community Center in Gilroy, where she spoke to the FBI and other officials about her car. But she said it's been a rough week that only got worse with El Paso and Dayton.
I'm half in a state of shock, half still I don't even have my car back. This one hasn't really ended, and then there's all these, it keeps happening, and it's
Her feelings are common in this town, which is trying to stay strong, but is bending under the emotional stress.
In the last week, we saw 555 individuals who were feeling the pain of having been through such a traumatic experience. But the intervening events that have happened across the country have just added to that emotional toll that people are feeling.
They don't want to be out in the street. They're afraid.
Lola Ansira is a longtime Gilroy resident who sees a lot from her sitting area on Monterey Street. She says the sidewalks have been emptier than normal in Gilroy.
They just are concerned, that something else is going to happen.
For Cecilia, it's a down feeling that others just want to move on, but she can't.
just this weird, I feel a lot of people is kind of apathy, almost well, you didn't die, so what the hell, this shouldn't be happening, this shouldn't be happening. It's very disturbing.
And there are victim assistance centers that continue to be opened throughout Gilroy, one at Gilroy High School and then one at the Wheeler Community Center on 6th Street near the downtown Gilroy area. That Wheeler Community Center will also be open tomorrow starting in the morning for people to retrieve their items that they had to leave behind, personal items such as cell phones, purses, strollers, things like that. It is going to be a difficult process and probably a lengthy process because each person has to go in and claim their item individually. Reporting live in Gilroy, Len Ramirez, KPIX 5.
For more information on how you can help the victims of the Gilroy Garlic Festival shooting, visit kpix.com.